Hello, my wonderful students. It's Mrs. Darmody again. In this particular video, I wanted to show you some easy ways to insert 3 different math equations as is required in the Google Docs 101 project assignment. And the way it's very easy to do, and you don't need to make a very complicated equation. So you can click in the box where you want it to go. And then you just go up to your insert menu and you select equation. And you'll notice there are different types of equations, Greek letters. I don't think we need to worry about that. Miscellaneous operations, relations, math operations, arrows. So if we look at math operations, there are lots of different ones here. Some of these you're probably not familiar with. They're very high level. Don't worry about it. I only want you to be using math equations that you are used to using, such as a fraction or a square root or something like that. Or greater than, less than or equal to, greater than or equal to, things like that. But I think what we're going to do is use very simple equations here where we have multiplication, division, and I think we're going to stick with that. So the first thing we want to do, let me just get out of that for a moment. First, I want to just make an equation. So maybe I want to just make it really simple. These do not need to be complex equations. I think I'm going to just say 12, and now I'm going to say insert equation, and I'm going to use the division symbol. 12, and then to get out of that equation that's down here, just use your right arrow and it gets you out of that. It moves you over. So now you can type in your other number or whatever it is you want. So I think I'm going to say 12 divided by 6 and then equals, and we know what that is, right? 12 divided by 6 is 2. So there's your first equation. Now if we want to do something a bit more complex, we can say, let's see, maybe I want to do multiplication. So I'm going to say 10, oops, that's what I want to do. 10, and I'm going to say insert equation, go up here, and I'm going to use multiplication. And then you have the little box around there, so I want to get out of that with my right arrow. See how it gets you out of that? And now I'm going to say 10 divided by 5 equals 2. So that's 2 equations. Now let's see if we can do a third. So maybe this time we want to say, let's see, insert equation, maybe we want to do this, a fraction. So I'm going to type in the first number, 1/4. Okay, so that's 1/4. You cannot see that too well. I'll make it a little bigger. I made 1/4. Now I want to get out of that, so I'm going to use my right arrow. Oops. There we go. I got out of it by just clicking somewhere else. And now maybe I want to say 1/4 plus. So there's a plus sign right on your keyboard, so you don't need to use the equation editor. And maybe I'm going to say, now I'm going to say insert equation. And this time I'm going to use another fraction. I'm going to say 1/4. Now we're going to say 3. Enter. 4. Click out of it. And now I'm going to say equals. And what does that equal? 1/4 plus 3/4 equals 4/4. And 4/4 is actually 1, correct? So 4 We'll just say 1 because we know what that is. So there are 3 equations for you. You don't have to use those specific equations, but I don't want you to make it too complex. This is just to get some practice in as far as insert equations in a Google Doc, and that is our goal.